I'm Elle, and even in Lego form, I'm covered in cat hair.
And I am the Susman, Rick Susman, and I have interchangeable parts. And you are watching the Read Pile.
Welcome to the Read Pile, and it's the week of July 2nd.
That's right, and we have got ours.
What's wrong with your hand?
It's left over. They're still in Lego form. I haven't been able to figure out how to convert out. Anyway, we've got news. We've got big news, okay?
Okay.
Batman 66, the original, starring potentially one of your ancestors. We don't know for certain. Anyway, it is coming to Blu-ray DVD, the entire series. Elle, you love this. You didn't love Batman 66 meets Green Hornet, but that might have been more.
Because there was an evil man attached to it. It's true.
Yes, evil. Anyway.
Yes.
How do you feel about Batman 66, the entirety on Blu-ray DVD digital combo pack?
I want it. I think it's going to be awesome. Because it was awesome.
Woo.
And now I'm going to be able to have it in a collection. And I'll just watch it all again. And I'll find faults. So maybe I don't want to rewatch it. I don't know.
No, I mean, the movie's still great.
Yeah.
So, I guess, also big news this week. You have nothing negative to say about Batman 66 Blu-ray coming out?
No!
Big news!
You're really freaking me out.
We should probably do some reviews or something. Maybe I'll take some Anison. Ow.
Alright, time for some comic book reviews. I'm going to start with a surprising one. Raccoon. I wasn't too sure about it at first. I immediately wanted to dislike this book. I was like, it's Marvel. I don't really read Marvel. But he is a funny little guy. It's all about a raccoon. It's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sure most of you have already read that whole bit. But I thought it was going to be a little overplayed, having a talking animal, and he's a bad boy and huge ego, so on and so forth. But the story is actually pretty catchy, and it grabs you because he's funny, and he's got this big ego you can't help but love. And of course, it's going to get him in trouble, and that's where this issue begins, where there's actually quite a few people that are trying to take him down. So, pretty funny, and I really want to follow through with that story, so I will be adding it to my list. Next one, I didn't even expect myself to read something like this, and that was a cat. I'm going to have to read it from the card. Hack/son of Samhan. It was okay. It's pretty much the same story I've already read a million times. There is evil on Earth in the form of monsters, and they have a god that needs to be pleased, and it's coming back to Earth to take over, so on and so forth. And there's a girl that once fought them, and she is being pushed back into fighting them again, and it's same old story. Didn't really grab my attention. It just kind of dragged on. So, no interest, but hey, if that's the kind of thing you like, I would recommend it. Fortunately, not for me. But this is my pick of the week, Outcast. Well, of course, it's wonderful. It's going to be wonderful because it is Robert Kirkman. Walking Dead, of course, you're going to expect this to be wonderful too. I can't see that it's going to be bad. In this first issue, it makes it sound like it's more about people that are being possessed. I think there's more to it. There's always going to be more to it when it's Kirkman. But the fun part is that it seems to be surrounding itself around one guy in particular. And somehow he seems to have the ability to fight against this possession. And it's very odd because he doesn't seem to have much motivation, but you can tell by the end of this issue that it's starting to build. And knowing Kirkman's writing and seeing where the storyline is going, I have a feeling this is going to be an awesome series. So I'm going to definitely stay on board with that. Obviously, it is, like I said, my pick of the week. Kind of a short review, but had some pretty easy reads this week. And I'm going to go ahead and move it along to Rick.
All right, Elle, we thank you for those lovely reviews, as always. I swear to God, I will craggle you to hell and back if you don't get out of my shot. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's move on to some comic books. Hey, first, and we're going to do this no look because I am that...
No, you won't. You're gonna hold them up this time.
We're going to start with Trres.
There you go.
Number 2, which came into my pile a week late because my shop got shorted on them. It was a fine issue, but I would have rather reviewed it last week, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Next up, Satellite Sam. Satellite Sam issue number 9 should be here-ish at this point. This was another good issue, very quiet issue. I didn't not enjoy it. I enjoyed it fine. It was great. There was nothing wrong with it. It continues the storyline of Sam, and I'm interested to see where the story's going. We're getting much more into the sleuthy part of things, so that was good stuff. Fraction and Shaken are an excellent team when it comes to non-superhero-based stuff, as far as I'm concerned. So I really like that issue. Next up, we'll vary this up. This is going to be Moon Knight. Yep. That is issue 5, entitled Scarlet. For a lot of people, this was their pick of the week, and I can absolutely understand that. It was really, really good. It's like reading an action movie. In fact, if you've watched Dredd or anything like that, it's very reminiscent of that. There's a lot of old boy-y like action sequences in here as well, with one guy in a baseball bat essentially wrecking shop on a whole floor of dudes like a video game. Warren Ellis, we know now that you're only going to give us 6 of these issues, but hey, we thank you for each of them. That was brilliant. Not my pick of the week, though. Also not my pick of the week, but still really, really good, was East of West 13. Not my pick of the week only because that, and then the next one's going to be Uber. I keep picking those. They're really fantastic books. Here, I'll just go right to it. Uber 15 and East of West 13. So I'm just going to do the review from the behind these guys. You're going to get a little bit of a muffled look. These are basically the same book. There's nothing more I can say about them. If you're not reading these comics, please do. Singlinda, she's so awesome. Like, I'm sitting here singing the praises of a Nazi. That's how cool she is. She almost flattened all of England. And in a comical turn, Karen made sure to note that she splattered Warren Ellis's hometown very specifically. Like, the whole last couple of pages is basically Warren being trolled by Karen because Singlinda flattened his hometown, and it's brilliant. So, after all that, what is my pick of the week this week? It's actually kind of a sleeper a little bit. I don't know if this has been a pick of the week for me ever. Special graphic! Matrix mode. Okay. Lazarus, issue number 9, specifically. Greg Rucka does not know how to make bad comics. You should find some of his and give him money for them. They are awesome. Forever Eve Carlisle is her story is finally really moving forward. We get to see the final parts of her origin story in this issue. We also get to see who she really is as a person. She's given an option. She can kill somebody or she can let them live. And in every issue prior to this, she's always killed them. This time we see that she doesn't, and it kind of comes back and doesn't necessarily bite her in the ass, but you find out maybe that wasn't the best choice of action for her. We'll see. You need to read the issue. Really, really good. Definitely my pick of the week. And that is what you call a read pile, kids.
All right, that's the read pile. Rick, who are we thanking?
Well, once again, we must thank Metrocon. Metroconventions.com. Go get your tickets. If you're following Reasons That I'm Broke podcast or Those Two Jerks, you should be listening to Those Two Jerks podcast. There are ways to win tickets. We're going to have members of nerdupmedia.com on top of Metrocon. Here, give me your hand here. We're gonna site reference this. There we go. Lego hands, regular hands. Lego hands for Nerd Up Media covering. Oh, that's gonna cover my face. There we go. So Nerd Up Media, and then
Cover
want to see that. I got a bad feeling it's just going to say no right across my face now.
Maybe.
If you're lucky.
Anyway, go to metroconvention.com. We are a sponsor. They are partners with Nerd Up Media. And specifically, we want to thank them once again for being awesome. Let's see, we got Nerd Up Media. Of course, you can always still take yourself over to barbershopwindow.com and get yourself some sales there. And Elle, I think that might cover it. I do believe we have accomplished our 11th episode. Hold on. Bully.
12th episode.
Well, I quit.
Well, it's the 12th episode anyway.
Perfect.
Okay. So, this is how we're going to do this. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the intro. I'm going to look at the camera. We're going to get this done. Why is there a cat in your hand? Where did the cat come from?
I found the cat.
All right. Get in a frame. Get in a frame. No.
Make room for my cat.
I will take a step back.
Butters wants to be in the shot.
Okay. You just let me know when I can come in. Take all the shot you need.
There I am. I think it's a good spot.
Count us down.